We're recording. Good evening.
Good evening, Andy.
Let's get really serious now.
Serious? Can't be serious tonight.
No, not tonight.
How's your week been, mate?
It's been good. I sometimes wish we record what we've just been talking about.
I know. Our warm-ups are brilliant.
Yeah.
Thing is, our warm-ups are airable. We've become very relaxed in how we talk, what we talk about, and we'll drop the swear words in, but we still can't talk. We can't air our warm-ups.
There's still a lot of off-mic content that we can't.
Big time.
Deliver.
Big time.
Yeah. Maybe we should.
Don't, because you'll get me into conversation and I'll start talking about
We
something.
should just go out for a bang one day. And just go like,
Last
this is the
episode,
last
here we go. Look, because no one will go viral and we're big like, well, here we go. We're doing it wrong for all this
Now
time.
we need to create content that's absolute horrible.
Filth.
Horrible. I really done all this week.
Well, yeah.
I normally do stuff, but I just haven't done all this week. I've done a bit of adult stuff, which is great.
Oh, aye. Lucky you.
I wish. Just like cleaning, tidying, messy stuff. I procrastinate an awful lot. So the stuff I've procrastinated, I've kind of started to do a bit. I bought a microwave.
Any good?
I haven't even used it yet. I'm one of these people that buys new stuff and then don't use it because I don't want to get it dirty.
You're weirdo.
I know. How long did I have that air fryer for before I used it?
Too long.
Overrated anyway. I've got another overrated for you this week. I can't think whether we mentioned this before. The fry up.
Yeah, I like her. I'm not gonna belittle it because I do love a good fry up, but yeah, I know what you mean. There's other things I bet. Like if I went somewhere and like all day brunch or full English on brunch, I'm not getting that.
You won't get it for your dinner, would you?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like some people do, they go, "Oh, there's a fry up on that. I'm gonna get a fry up." I appreciate the glory of all the things there. Like beans, good. Toast, good. Sausage is good.
Mushroom.
Bacon, nah. Ruined it.
Hash brown.
Yeah. No black pudding.
No.
Don't like tomatoes, don't like black pudding, don't like mushrooms. The rest of it I'll take. Eggs, fried, poached.
Scrambled. Sauteed.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's a treat. That's how I look at it. I couldn't.
There's better things. I'd rather have a bacon sandwich.
Yeah, I think I would. I'd rather have a nice bacon sandwich.
Or a bacon and egg sandwich with runny egg. I'd take that.
With beans.
With beans and with sausage. Yeah.
With toast outside and a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Are you tea with you?
Yeah, but I still don't get that either. I like a good cup of tea, but for me, a cup of tea is an evening drink. I don't, unless I've got no coffee in the house, I'll have a tea in the morning. But I prefer like a coffee in the morning, a tea in the evening.
Ah. Well, we learn something new every day. So my week's been boring. How's your week been?
I went to see a friend yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Ox.
Yeah. One you.
You've got another one.
I have. Unlucky him.
What's going on here?
So I went all the way to Leicester to see a friend. Friend I went to school with. So I went to see him and we went to this how much I paid attention. Richard the third or second.
Is that what your friend's called?
No. But we went to the battleground where he had the fight and stuff. Do you remember him that found in that car park in Leicester? That king of England. He was king of England. Richard the third, Richard the second.
Not that Novichok thing.
Novichok? What are you talking about?
Russian Novichok thing. No. Something else.
I don't know what that is. This is like an ancient battle. So we went to the battle site where it all took place. It was good. We went for a nice little walk.
Yeah.
So and then we have some food. It was nice to have a catch up with them and see them.
It's good to catch up with old friends, isn't it?
Yeah.
Make sure that they're still connected.
Yeah.
That's always a big one, isn't it?
Yeah, he's due a baby soon as well.
Is he?
Yeah. So that's one of his.
How very 2023 of him.
Yeah. I don't know what that means.
He's due a baby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, he is. Yeah.
It's nice that
men can do it these days. Yeah.
Yeah. We can do
Pushing
it all,
boundaries.
We can do it all.
Well, men have been now becoming all women's jobs and stuff. We're taking over as things stand.
Let's not get cancelled.
But yeah, so I had a good week.
We'll do an episode on.
No, we're not.
Controversy.
No, we're not. Noah got through to semi-finals. We got through to the finals. We got a cup final this weekend.
Nice.
So I think this season, so going from June, they've played 22 games, lost 2 games and drawn 1. That's it all season.
That's a lot, isn't it?
It's
a lot
impressive.
of games.
Yeah, maybe not. This might be over 2 seasons, maybe. But like I say, in 22 games, they've only lost 2 games and drawn 1 game. It's quite impressive.
When do they start changing from like 5-a-side to 6-a-side?
This is it. This is the last game at this level of 5-a-side.
And then what do they go to?
7-a-side, yeah.
Bigger nets.
bigger nets, bigger pitch, which will suit us to a ground, down to the ground.
Yeah.
Because
creates more of a passing game, doesn't it?
Yeah, once again, I'm not blowing the trumpet, but we played a team that was older than us. At 7-a-side, I think they could have been under 10s. They was under 10s. Our lot are under 8s. They beat us, but we give them a really good game. It was like classic plus football. The only thing that they beat us by is that they were bigger and stronger. They weren't technically better. They weren't.
Parents fall out.
No. Although we had some kicking off this weekend.
Good. Tell me.
So by where? So we won, but goal went. One of our lads scored, and it had gone over the line. And from where we were stood, we was on the angle that we could quite clearly see it gone over the line. I'll give the ref his due. He was obviously in the middle of the play. So from what we could see the line. So we could quite clearly see the ball had gone over the line. But he was then facing the other way. So obviously he can't see over the line. And we're like, it's gone over, ref. It's gone over. And it's embarrassing really now when you think about it. Yeah, I know. But it's one of those things where it's like, but you can blatantly see. And there was like a load of us, like all like from the line all the way along of us. Everyone's like, it's in. Do you know what I mean? It's massively in. Even to the point where kids are like, it's in. We can see it. So, but one of our parents' kids films the game, if that makes sense. And she got it on film, but her angle, so where we were stood, we could see, but where she was stood, their defender sort of like obscured the view, if that makes sense. So we was all massively confident in like, well, if she's got it on film, we can. Well, yeah. But we're like, we can genuinely see that's gone way over the line. So regardless of what, if she's actually got the footage here, we can get it. So we're like, so we're kicking off. So ref comes over. I was like, we've got it on video, man. We've got it on video, if that makes sense. But then it conspired as we've gone back. Obviously, the player's in the way, so it obscured the view. And was like, oh, man. Because she was like, slightly down from where we was. I was like, I've got into that. But to the point where I was thinking, I'd love to have known if he'd have understood that. Because if that player wasn't there, you could have quite clearly 100% have seen that ball was over the line.
Surely he wouldn't have looked at it. If it wouldn't have. You couldn't look at it and go, yeah, I can see that's over. But
I'm not doing all about it. But the ref coming over going, oh, let's go for it. Do you know, being a bit like arsey about it, but being...
Was he a referee or was he...
Yeah, it was a referee. So for some reason, the team we played, they must employ people to do the reffing. So the managers and the things, I don't know how it works, but they have like so many refs that just rock up and referee games, even at kids football. I'm like, this is pretty impressive, really, that. But it was really like, not arsey, but it was really like, cocky about it. And like, even if it's an inch, I can't give it. Do you know what I mean? The whole ball's got past me. I was like, we know. The player was nearly scooping it out with the back of the net. Do you know what I mean? It was that.
It's an hard job.
Yeah, of course it is. And to be fair, like I'm saying now, looking back on it, even I was involved. Do you know what I mean? It's embarrassing, really. Do you know what I mean? It should have just gone, no, okay, your decision.
Hang your head.
Yeah. But it's the fact that we could clearly see. I mean, if the person had been filming, would have gone, it's gone in, and he'd gone, no, it's in, we'll go, yeah, what we can do about it, we know what we can do. Because the fact was like, hang on, if we can definitely see this.
It's like, it's ultimately, if he hasn't seen it,
no, you can do about it. Do you know what I mean?
He has to go, he can't just go, oh, well, you 5 people have said it's gone in.
I completely agree. Do you know what I mean? You can't, because we've got a bias there. Do you know what I mean? It's in our thing.
I bet the other team was saying, yeah, it went in, ref.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean? But they a couple of them will have seen it. So it was like our team up to the halfway line. Then we was quite close to the halfway line. And obviously my view was that way. So I could see. So then a couple of them down from me, I could definitely have seen it. But obviously I'm not going to say no. The interesting thing would be if it had been the other way around.
You'd have done exactly the same. You'd have gone.
It wasn't in. No, but I wonder if they'd have been going, it's in. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So, like I say, a little bit embarrassing.
It's a shame, isn't it? Because that's when really everybody should just go, actually, yeah, I thought it went in. Or you stay quiet.
Yeah. Hindsight now for me is, because I get quite animated, because I like to get involved in the game. Not, like, at one point I was going, ref, fucking dickhead, what do you think you're doing? Fucking you cheating back. It wasn't like that. It was just like, mate, that was in. That was well and truly in.
Calling him mate, that helps.
Yeah. Mate, you need to get your glasses back.
Mate.
What are you doing?
Come on.
But yeah, so slightly embarrassing in that aspect. But I'll hold my hands up. I was proper in the middle of instigating it.
But you'll still do it again next week.
No, I think my lesson will be learned that I need to make sure it's definitely seen. In hindsight, if I'd have gone, hang on, wait there 1 minute. Yeah, I can definitely see it. I was confident that we definitely could see it because I could have seen it.
I presume you don't do offsides at the moment.
No. Next year, I think offsides comes in.
That's when it gets really bad.
Yeah, so, but we had to line her. So they've stopped that now.
So the referee does everything.
Yeah, the referee must do it.
But you can't be in every position.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Seeing line and stuff like that, and you kind of just got to go. I've got to get benefit of doubt, one way or other.
Well, I think the rules are the benefit goes to the defender.
Yeah, I think so. That's how it used to be. It used to always be defending.
So if he's unsure, you're offside.
Yeah.
So you need to make sure you're well onside to then get rid of that doubt. I think that's the way it is. But yeah, the stock. Because when I was a kid, it used to be ref, obviously, and then I'll do this half, you do that half, and we'll swap up. But you still keep your own half, so then you're still doing. You're always doing your own team and stuff. They've scrapped all that.
Awful it is. You said our refereeing is awful. No words.
I don't think I could referee because for the whole purpose, I'm not saying I'd be biased. Don't get me wrong, but I would be like, yeah, you can't do that. No, they can't do that. There'd be like contradictions. Like if there's a heavy tackle, I go, I'll go 50-50 next time. I'm like, whoa.
You might find as well that you're over biased
to do the team, yeah. So you don't look that way, yeah. But yeah, I mean, like I say, it's a thankless task refereeing.
You know what this means, though, don't you? This what you've done there is create potential karma, and what you could come back as in another life.
Oh,
if you're not good in this life, you could
come back in another reincarnation.
What are we going to talk about today?
Oh, reincarnation! Look at that, shoehorn straight in, off we go.
Seamless, absolutely seamless.
So before we get going. Do you believe in reincarnation?
No, it's one of them things. I don't purposely walk under ladders. I don't purposely try and smash mirrors. I've now got to a point where I don't want to walk over 3 grades because I don't like tempting.
Yeah, get that.
And I'm saying with reincarnation, I'd kind of like to believe there's something because I've got a lot to give. and I think coming back as something else would. I suppose I'd like to think that there's something else to come back to.
Without getting too deep with it, do you think then, so if you've got a good life now, then you may have had a bit of a worse life the time before, or if you've got a bad life now, or something's not quite going your way, do you think that's a karma for your previous life of doing something wrong? Who was it who said that?
Well, this is the thing, because karma and reincarnation are linked heavily from what I've been reading.
Yeah, same.
So that would, I suppose, signify that if you've done something good in a previous life,
then you're rewarding the next.
Or are you then good to go, that's a good person, we need to make sure they're good again? Yeah, so you're rewarded in the next.
Yeah.
If you're bad, do you then get kind of given a second chance to be good? Or do you just go, you're always bad? You'll know it.
Yeah, but... Yeah. Yes, but then if you like, have you got like a step back in society, if that makes sense?
Yeah,
that being trying
to come back as a dog's foot or something like that.
Yeah. So something that's not as easy or accessible, or you've got to prove yourself. So like technically, let's put Elon Musk, one of the most richest people on the planet. So do something good in a previous life that he's now got. I'm not saying he's got an easy life, because that's not the right way to go about it, but. Do you reckon do something good in previous life?
It's pretty easy.
Yeah, I don't really believe in reincarnation. But once again, I don't want to tempt fate. I don't believe in it, though.
Yeah.
And the proof is, I was reading a thing, and they have like a reincarnation convention where people all come together and they have to dress up as their previous lives. So they come to like a thing, and if they say I was such and such in a previous life, that's what they come as to this.
So how do they know what was in previous?
So that's the whole point. So there's people who have affiliation and affinity that in a previous life they have memories and regress and stuff like that. So they come. So they came to this like reincarnation convention.
Do you know the guys that runs that? Do you know what it's called?
Go on.
Dave Javu.
Hey, brilliant. So at this convention, there was 3 Hitlers.
All 3 of them.
So this is why I don't sort of believe. So there's 3 people there that believe genuinely that they was Hitler in a previous life.
Right. If you thought you was Hitler in a previous life, would you be taking that to a convention?
Nobody hackers.
You wouldn't be bragging about that.
But there was 3 Hitlers. There was 2 Marylin Monroe.
Oh,
you spied me eye. Just spied me eye, man. But so there can't be. You one of you's lying. Like all three of you, do you know what I mean?
I love to get in there. You're just going, oi, bullshit.
Yes. One of you three was definitely not Hitler. Now, come on. Which one was telling the truth?
Hitler I think, was a pretty decent liar as well, wasn't he?
I don't know. Was a decent liar? What? Is he proven? Lie detector? No.
So Jeremy Kyle.
But, so what's that all about? What I do find spooky. What are you laughing at now?
I could just imagine why would you turn up and go, yeah, I was Hitler?
I don't know.
Could you imagine, like, if you went to a party and you turned up when you was wearing the same clothes as somebody else, you go, this is awkward.
It's like a Spider-Man thing where they point at each other, three Hitlers like that. Hang on.
How does that conversation go, though, if you walk in and go, no, I'm Hitler?
No,
I'm Hitler.
I'm Spartacus, my race. I've lost my train of thought there.
Can we go to this place next year?
Yeah, let's do it. But then there's on the flip side, which really gets you goosebumps, is I was reading this article that this young girl drove past an old hospital, and she said, "Oh, I was in there," and like she's about 5 years old, drove past and was like, "Oh, I was in there. I used to work there," and was like, "What do you mean you used to work there?" And she'd never been in this hospital before, but she could give details of the room layouts, what the floors were, and she reckoned she was like a nurse that worked in there. This hospital was like abandoned and stuff, and it was like, what? So things like that, I think, how can someone know that?
Yeah, there was another one, and I'm sure it was like the Titanic or something, and he's I think he's a boy. Let me see if I can find it. And he was exactly same thing. I'm sure it was on the Titanic, and he was saying everything that was on it, and it was like 2. How would he know?
Oh yeah,
stuff?
yeah, can't reach it. Well, like I said, this little girl was 5, and there was another one that I was reading, and it seemed to be like kids that was like they could remember, like drove past an house and like I used to live there, and there's such and such in the back garden, and giving real accounts of like people who lived there, and was describing their previous parents and stuff like that. And then when they've looked at the ancestry, it all matches up, and something. It's like, wow, how would you know that? There's no way of you actually physically knowing that.
Is that where it kind of comes from? Then the fact that I suppose it's a belief, and it's part of religion. So
the whole reincarnation is a belief system that we don't just we're born, we die. That's our one shot in the lottery. We, like you say, we go, we come, we keep going. We're a spirit.
Keep coming.
So this is our
we breed. This
is our vessel into it, effectively, and the spirit of them moving to the next person, and then so on. So we're like a pod as a body.
Yeah.
But it's more Hindu in it. Hindi religion.
There's a few, I think. There's a few religions. I'm rubbish at religions, and I'll probably no doubt offend somebody by trying.
Because Christianity and Islam and stuff, that's it. You then move to the next level, which is obviously heavens and
the next level.
Yeah, like as in like you're not coming back to Earth. Whereas I think Hindu, you're constantly circling the same path of life, coming back into the same circle. Whereas them religions, you go to the next. Don't quote me, because damn, definitely not religious. I've said it now, and I'm thinking, just someone wind me back in, because the amount of people that pull me up on things at Mars is ridiculous.
Yeah, I get the odd comment every week going, you haven't said that right.
That wasn't quite right, yeah. One of them was Natty. I got pulled up on the week about Natty. I was like, yeah, maybe not.
This is what's good about having a platform, though, isn't it? Is that you can say what you want, and in this moment, everything we say is right. Yeah.
It's also bullshit, and this is right.
We're happy to take a bullshit.
Oh, big time.
So reincarnation, no. Karma.
Yes.
Do you believe in karma?
No, but I think you bring karma on yourself. I think, do you know, if something's good's happened to you,
yeah,
you then on like the crest of the wave of things naturally. I think it's mindset.
Yeah, I think I would agree with that. I think you're in a positive mindset to kind of go, oh, that's good. So
you pick your wins, and your wins become more. So, like, do you know, if a win came along, but you're in a bad place, in a bad mood, that win's probably not as good as you want it to be, unless you want something like a massive win. Yeah. But your little wins aren't your little wins. But if you've done something really good, or something good's happened, then you get another couple of little wins, and there could be a little significant. You think, okay, now I'm in the right position here. And I think it's all mindset of how you look at something.
Yeah.
Like I could find a quid on the floor, I'd be in a really good mood and go, whoa, I found a quid. I Coming in real bad. I'm like, only a quid? Where's my bloody fiver? What's going on?
Yeah. That's why we stress the importance of celebrating small victories.
Oh, big time, yeah. I had a small victory for ages. Karma.
I've
had lots of great stuff.
I had one the other week and I can't remember what it was. And I was thinking about it at the time that it was a small victory.
But I do believe what goes around comes around. Like,
It's just karma, isn't it?
It is, yeah. But and I think that once again, that's a lot to do with how you treat people.
Yeah.
Naturally, you're that mindset. So therefore, when they say what goes around comes around, it's actually people will treat you the way you've been treated. So it's not what goes around comes around. It's the fact that you're that personality.
Person.
Yeah, your personality is being portrayed that way.
I've got some facts for you.
Facts.
The soul is eternal. So this is part of the belief system. And I think this is from Buddhists. Because Buddhists believe that they, after 49 days, that's when they're reincarnated. Don't know what happens in that month and a half. But 49 days. Karma and reincarnation are closely linked, is what they say. There's 3 types of karma. I actually thought there was 5.
Is that a joke? That's gone over my head.
Karma.
Boo. Jesus.
Selfless.
You could have said that about 10 times. I still would not have even got it in one bit. Say, tell a minute, mate.
It's exactly the time. Selfless work frees you from karma. So if you do selfless work, you don't believe in this, do you? No.
No one does anything for the goodness of their heart.
Good association is key to spiritual growth.
Good association is good. Is
So
that surround yourself with nice people?
I think so. That's how I look at it. And I think that's genuinely good. If you surround yourself by radiators, that's right, isn't it?
Finish sentence.
You surround yourself by radiators that... No, radiators are leaky.
What? Radiators are normally warm.
Yeah.
Sorry, radiator. Nice
Radiators or drains, isn't it? That's the thing. You surround yourself with radiators where radiate heat. You don't surround yourself with drains that suck everything out of you.
Great analogy, mate.
It's a quote.
I like that one.
Let me get... What's the name up? Is it Siri?
Yeah.
What's the phrase, surrounding yourself by radiators and not drains?
According to NLP training, radiators are people who radiate energy, positivity, and who spur us on. Drains, on the other than drain us of energy, motivation, and zap our pizzazz. If you want others to help spur you on, you need to hang out with radiators and limit time as much as possible with the drains.
Which is pretty much exactly what I just said.
But I think it's a terrible analogy. It's not as if, like, I don't know, apples and pears, they're both fruit. Radiators and drains are completely different to each other.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's like saying don't associate yourself with footballs and javelins. Well, it means nothing. One will stab you in the eye, the other one will kick away.
Balls and teeth.
Yeah, there you go.
You're obsessed.
Means nothing.
If you was to come back as something, and you had a choice, what would you come back as? And it can't be like a bike seat of female cyclist.
That's such a sexist comment there, Andrew. I don't. If I was going to, it'd be another human.
Would you come back as yourself? Give it another go?
Yeah, I think I've done all right so far. You know what I mean? But it depends what you want out of, like, mind coming back with £1 million, and then I can maybe make a difference in the world, or I don't know. Is that how it works?
You saw box ticking. You want to come back with £1 million and spunk it all on shit stuff.
No, you know what I mean? No, but like I'm in my life where my priority is my family and myself, selfishly.
But if you came back with $1 million, you might think, don't need them.
No, but I'd be a different. My family would be my priority, would they?
Well, it depends on who you want to come back as.
I'd be like, if I died and then came back and I was welcomed into the family, first I'd be like, "Oi, what happened to the other guy? Where's he been?" Test Amy.
Yeah. I looked up online.
What
would people want to come back? There's some really weird things on here. Blue slime, a middle-class family dog, beans, a penis whale. What else have we got? A man bear pig.
What the hell's a man bear pig?
I don't know. What would I be? I'd be me, but a cooler version of me. Cockroach or a worm? A Marvel movie character. One of those talking pandas that know kung fu. A tortoise, just to see what it's like to live that long. A dopefish. What's a dopefish?
Don't know.
Killer whale. A mountain. A cat, so I can remain an arsehole but be forgiven because I'm cute. Cats are arseholes, aren't they?
I was just thinking, yeah, something along the lines of what animal's got the best life that's looked after? Like just a middle class person's dog.
Yeah,
It's comfortable, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's comfortable
yeah,
life.
they get treated well, don't they? You'd like people that look after dogs nowadays look after
big time.
compared to like 10, 15 years ago.
You don't see white poo anymore, do you?
No, you don't.
What's that all about?
I don't know.
Give me, like always as a kid, there was white poo everywhere, wasn't there? Like dogs poo was white.
Yeah,
I've not
like
made that up, have I?
ash coloured, isn't it?
Yeah, I haven't made that up, have I?
No, you haven't, mate. It used to be. Somebody's spotting a dog owned by a Japanese woman. I see the lady bringing her dog to a doggy spa. The dog was living a better life than I ever will. Spoiled and pampered and beloved.
And that's something bad.
One of Jenna Marble's dogs. I don't know who Jenna Marble is.
No.
Someone in a loving, supporting family. A wolf or a bald eagle.
But why?
An alien from an unknown planet in an unknown place in the universe where humans haven't discovered it exists yet. I don't know. There's a lot more questions I'd like to, and there's some people that are a bit strange comment on here. I already have been, and I cannot tell you what I am now because they're always watching.
But like, do you reckon in reincarnation, just to hark back a little bit, you're human, you're always a human? Or do you reckon you do come back as another animal or come back as a rock? Like, do you reckon
Like the rock?
A rock? Like, surely you've not got no memory of being a rock, have you?
No.
So,
they don't have brains, they're the rocks.
no, but what I'm saying is, like, so some people say I've come back as the mountain, whatever, the Fuji mountain, whatever. Ain't, you know, like living organism, is it? How's that got any memory
It's
of?
just weird. What would you not like to come back as? A rock.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's got no quality of life.
Toilet seat.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I won't be that.
Don't really want to be a toilet idiot.
Definitely not. No way my son aims. Can't get down toilet. Every morning I walk in standing in pee, I'm like, oh, what is going on here?
It's
Ridiculous. Well, unless my missus is standing up for a wee these days.
But
I get blamed for it as well, by the way. Oh, God, it fucking annoys me. Because I sit down for a wee on a night.
what else would you like to come as? Toilet seat. Tissue. I saw a guy the other day blowing his nose.
I'm glad you said you saw a guy blowing his nose.
And finally, I would like to come back as anal beads.
No. Definitely not.
Speaking of anal beads, have you got a story for us?
Story? Not a story. It's a question.
From our loving Dad Tales family.
So this week comes from Tony Jenkins. And Tony wants... Jenko. He's got a problem with his son. And his son is 6.
This is all the time.
Yeah, he's on the floor. What can you do about it? He's scared of the dentist.
Oh.
And absolutely petrified to the point where he won't get in the chair now. Started off all right for checkups and stuff, but he's had some work done on his teeth. And now his son is absolutely petrified of the dentist.
You used to be petrified.
Oh, yeah, I used to have to go to a special dentist.
Like a clown dentist.
God, I wouldn't like that. Right. I was listening to a podcast this week and there was all about a dentist. And they were saying when the dentist, for some reason, they rest all the tools on her chest. So she said she's a thingy and this was the rest all the tools on her chest. And she's like, it's gone too far. I don't want her to do it anymore, but she's done it for so long. I'm not trying to stop like my bosoms are a chuffing tray.
My dentist used to rest his knee on my chest. Just to hold me down.
Wow. But yeah, I used to be petrified to go to special dentists. I was genuinely scared of dentists as a kid.
Is that because you'd been to one and had a bad experience? Or
No,
is that just what people had said?
From get go, I just did not like. I don't like
That's
things in
from
my
a past
mouth.
life.
Maybe so. I like things in my mouth. That's my problem.
Apart from food.
Yeah, but it's not natural for someone to open my and go and start messing in my mouth. I don't like it. I'm better now. I have to be brave in front of kids.
Well, that's the thing, innit? You've kind of got to do that. I hate the dentist. It's an awful place to go. And I remember taking Lexi once, and Lexi had to have braces, but to have them, she had to have like 8 teeth out because she had like ones that were maybe growing off at top or something. So they had to take them out so teeth
Great
couldn't
space,
move. And to have that many teeth out, and she went with her mum and she just didn't do it. She just screamed, didn't want to do it. And she was about 15, 14 maybe at the time. 13, 14 at the time. And then I took her and...
Look, it's okay, I'll do this thing. I took your teeth out.
And I don't know whether it... Because I approached it differently, but I'd said, look, you have the injection and then it's done. Once that's numbed, you can't really feel it. And I said the worst thing, honestly, after that is just your face coming back. It's just weird, a weird feeling. And obviously like drooling and stuff outside your mouth. It's not nice. My advice here is small doses. Maybe take them when they don't have to go. Maybe another family member's going.
Oh, yeah. See, it's not a problem. That's not a charge.
You was going, so you can see a checkup and things that you've done. Because let's be fair as well, you say about the tools are like really prehistoric as well. They don't look,
especially
do they?
Like whoa.
And if you get that in your mouth, all you can hear is that
vibration.
The other thing is, look after your teeth then.
I agree, look after your teeth, but easier said than done. Some people just naturally can look after these to the nth degree and they're just looking at root canals or they get. Is it dead nerves or something? They go a bit black and stuff like that.
A lot of it's hereditary, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think a lot of it's like family genes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why you put genes in your mouth.
I guess don't be eating those Levi's.
But yeah, that would be my advice. Take him as much as possible when he doesn't have to visit the dentist.
That's
even if it's just going and maybe sitting in waiting room a bit.
Yeah.
Just get an idea of it because it smells funny as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's clean. That's the problem.
Yeah, and don't try and scare him into brushing the teeth. You know,
scare him into brushing the teeth.
Like, don't brush your teeth. You're gonna have to go to the dentist and get your face drilled.
Right.
You're gonna have to have all your teeth out. I'm gonna pull them out. You want to see what dentist? Do you know what I mean? All stuff like that as a empty threat because that don't help.
No. I think it's like the old like the police thing. Do you know, like we spent all this as a kid. I was always spending like, he'll get you, he'll take you away, he'll pinch you, he'll put you in clink. Whereas actually, you don't want that. You don't want to be scared of a police officer because if you need a police officer's assistance, you want a child to be able to go, man, I need some help. Do you know what I mean? Whereas, like, say, as a joke, I mean, as a kid, it was always like, he'll take you away.
Still do that now.
I've got him. Is it? We've got him.
Like with kids.
Just speaking about Lexi, do you know you said about Lexi having to have teeth taken out? I told you about I had to have all my teeth taken out as a kid.
I think so.
At 8. So they took every single tooth out of my mouth, apart from my top front 4 and my bottom front 4.
Why?
Because it was two. I was two.
Stop you from eating.
None of my baby teeth had come out. So all my the only baby teeth that come out were front 4 at front and the bottom 4. So I had 8 teeth that were new. The rest was all my old little teeth. And they said like we can either let them be pushed out by the big teeth because they're coming through, or remove them. But either way, it's catch-22. We either let them come through naturally, we remove them, or let them come through naturally. They might come through straight. We don't have a brace, or we wait and see what happens. And you'll definitely need a brace.
Gosh, no wonder you're scared of dentists.
Well, I was scared before this.
Just think at dollar there.
I got a cut out of it. But so I was told. So I was 8. I think I was about 8, and I was told I was going for a tooth out. So we spent because I was petrified, absolutely petrified. So we spent all this time ramping up to get this tooth out. I'm sat in chair. I remember it as well because that's crazy, yeah. So I'm sat in chair and then this thing, and on this board, my mum said, like, my mum's talking about this bit, I don't know about this, but on this board it said extraction of, and it named all the teeth that was extraction. So she's looking, thinking, oh, I hope we don't see that. If I'd have seen all that, I still wouldn't have a clue what it meant. Do you know what I mean? But
was it like the board at bowling? You have all the pins.
Yeah, tick. So, strike. But I remember them sticking. They stuck a heart monitor on my finger. So I'm like, oh, look at this, it's red. And there was like, I'm just gonna prick you with this hand. I'm like, oh yeah, give me the hand. I was like, ah. So give me an injection, but I'm like, ah. And then he's like, can you count back from 10? I was like,
no,
10. And that's why I remember going like 10, 9, and boof out. So then I wake up and I'm like, oh, like just like double, I'm like, oh. And I had like massive clumps of like tissue in my blah, blah, blah. I was like, can you spit into the thing? I'm like, oh. What's going on? But there was all those things where I'm like half dazed and just blood just coming out of my mouth, like loads of blood. They sent me away like, do you know, like kidney dish, those kidney.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get back a cat. Going, what? This is the best. This is my family all of it. To my sister.
Got McDonald's.
It was. So my sister, my mum, fussy at me back like, I'm doped up. Oh, do you want a McDonald's, Leon? Oh, fuck. Really?
Ask him to blend it.
I think they got me a milkshake. I don't remember rightly what thingy, but I just remember we were like McDonald's. I'm just like, we're home. And then all that night, all I could smell once I'd come back to, and I was sort of back to normal. Obviously, my mouth was like sore as hell, blood still coming out. But I also got a smell of, like the dentist, and like clinical smell. Oh, I kept throwing up because for some reason like that smell just radiated in my nose. Oh, it was the worst thing ever.
Just think how much blood you just swallowed as well.
Oh, mate, it was horrific.
Oh.
It was absolutely. But and then I got a coat out of it, so every cloud. Do you know what I mean?
A coat and a milkshake.
Yeah, I got a Kappa coat. It was pride of me joy. But yeah, so that's what Tooth Fairy brought me. A bloody Kappa jar.
You put it under your pillow.
Yeah, we've had Tooth Fairy visits recently as well. It's a bit of teeth off Orem tear this month.
Yeah, it's.
I felt bad, Dad.
Why?
And little ears, turn them off now. But we give money, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But obviously other people have given far more money than we have. And it's one of those things I'm like, I feel a bit bad.
Yeah, we had this conversation, didn't we? Because I wanted to know what's the going rate.
Yeah.
Because Andy lost a tooth the other week. We was just in Hull. Andy bit into a sausage roll and a tooth fell up the floor. It's like, I wasn't even wobbly. What's in the sausage? Actually, thinking about it now, it might not have been a tooth.
He was one.
I think so.
Oh, they're all there.
They're all there.
But yeah.
Give me £2. Yes, you need a £5.
Yeah, I know. We're definitely coins. Well, we give £1.
Yeah.
And
I give £3.
Yeah, my concern is kids talk. So, and I was so worried that she'd like boast on her, because she's got a phone, boast on her chat groups and go, oh, Tooth Fairy's been, I got £1. Once when I go, you blaming Tooth Fairy? Bloody hell. Next thing is, only £1. I'm not, have you been? And man, I've been so naughty and I got £1. I'm like,
It's hard being a parent.
It's terrible. Worst thing in the world.
Right, well, let's hold it here and let's do this again next week. Let's see if we can do anything.
It's been a good episode. Oh, chuck your camera around.
Do anything good next week.
It's been a good episode this week.
I'll see you next Thursday.
See you next Thursday, mate.
You keep yourself smiling, won't you?
Stay safe.